yourself on the floor. When the man with the power and the dollar says you ain't worth a cent, and your wings won't fly and your words won't flow, you can't force a smile and they won't leave you alone. I see the light in you, let it shine again. 'Cause you were born for the fire, raised by the storm, braver together, loud and fun. Heart full of country, soul full of grit. We don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. We don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. I know a woman with a lion's heart and a pretty blue dress with a shopping cart. Head full of dreams, gonna change the world. Got a body of work they say won't sell, and a way with words which she won't tell. I see the light in you, let it shine again. 'Cause you were born for the fire, raised by the storm, braver together, loud and fun. Heart full of country, soul full of grit. We don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. We don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. We don't.
Good morning, Patriot family. Happy Freedom Friday. Hope you all are having a fantastic day.
Yes.
It is wild in the OOP studio today.
In the OOP studio, all crazy things. We've got our Mogwai that we haven't named yet, so maybe you can help us name him. This is what we hope they stay as furry little creatures, and they don't turn into gremlins that take internet out, because we don't need gremlins in the studio. Welcome to Out
But
of
he
Pocket.
actually broke our Lego phone, so I don't know.
Our Lego phone, which was the hotline we give liberals
Yes.
to call.
Yeah. And when we call not speaker, I mean him too. But Senate Leader Thune, because why haven't you passed the Save America Act yet? I have no idea.
Lord.
The excuses that they've been giving are just astronomical.
I mean, as much as we want peace
Why?
throughout the world, this is the one nuke I would
Yep.
advocate for, is nuke the
That part.
filibuster.
That part.
Well, we're glad you guys joined us on Friday. It's so great. I'm grateful to be in the studio with you. There's just a different energy when I get to be with my bestie. We've got a lot to cover today. We're going to be talking about NATO 3.0, which I love this, Allie, because accountability isn't just here on our soil. It's also when you look at how we move around the globe and what we require of other countries. So we'll talk about that. Tulsi Gabbard on a complete mic drop as she leaves office.
She just grenade. It was pull pin, throw. That's what it was. That's frag out. Yes.
And for the love of all things red, white, and blue, can we just nuke the filibuster already?
Amen. All right. Let's open that mic and see how out of pocket we can get this Friday.
Two queens, no filter, say what they feel. Allie and Michelle keep it way too real. Politics, family, yeah, we go there. If it's out of line, we don't care. It's out of pocket. It's out of pocket.
To find our stream. So there we go.
Nice.
All right. Sharing. Sharing is caring, y'all.
Unless you're sharing your opinion in our DMs, and then it's creepy is what it is. No, I'm just kidding. Allie, we were talking just a little bit before we went on today, and I didn't on the agenda to talk about, but some harsh words being said just because I don't know, because of who you support for a certain race, whether it be for governor or for our local House races. I don't understand. In the Republican mindset, when you are in the Republican Party, do you think that everybody's just going to go along to get along? Are we not allowed to have a differing of? I mean, you and I don't even have the same opinion sometimes.
Sis, you know what I think is crazy about what you're saying? Like, I love what you're saying, and I know that you set this up perfectly just for me to go off on a tangent.
And
but this is what I think is interesting, is like, we can agree to disagree on who we support. Like, we all don't have to support the same person. That is the amazing thing about being in a democratic republic, right? Like, I don't have to support the same guy that you support for the same reasons that you support him. Like,
Yep.
that's just not, I mean, we have freedom of thought and freedom of speech.
Well,
And if you don't like it, you don't have to comment. You could just scroll
you
on
could
by.
just scroll, or you could, didn't we go through this whole women's suffrage thing so that we could have an opinion and vote and not just be on the coattails of whatever male is in our life? Like, that is, so the fact that you're a strong, opinionated woman and have an opinion, I think it's like and they throw race in it all the time.
Man. So now you want to know what the latest I'm calling slur?
Tell me.
The latest slur now is sellout.
That's
Like, I haven't already been called that already.
try a new term. And like, it bothers you. Like, who do you think?
I'm not bothered.
Somebody thinks somebody's misinformed out there to think that Allie's sitting out on her back porch at night, rocking herself to sleep because somebody called us.
I've been called a domestic terrorist.
I was called an extremist in a debate yesterday.
White supremacist and blackface. Uncle Tom.
She was sitting 2 inches from me, extremist. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
But you don't know what a woman is. Okay, sure. But I'm extreme. When the truth gets extreme, I'm fine. You call me whatever you want. But Allie, this is also extreme. So people are now not just threatening our president and not just threatening Erica Kirk and other people. There's been threats to the Lincoln Memorial, which is obviously beautiful. It's iconic. It's historic. It's a landmark. It's a monument. You've seen that Trump has been out there beautifying Washington, D.C. Nick Sorter posted this. He says, now the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool is under increased National Guard and Park Police patrol after leftists threatened to sabotage the pool. Take a look at this video. I don't think it's got any audio, but take a look.
Yeah. Protesting algae is peak TDS.
Can you imagine having your panties in a wad over J6, but you're going to make them guard a pool? Like, tell me you need mental help without telling me that you are a far left socialist Democrat. I don't understand this.
Marxist. Like, this is all Marxism. When you want to make things beautiful, things that are beautiful, not beautiful. Quite
honestly, they do it to themselves too. Like they try to be the most like not visibly appealing ever. And whatever, you know what? Call it art. I don't know. But it says here, American workers are pushing around the clock to finish the pool by July 4th. But liberals have a vested interest in destroying it for some reason. It's not enough for them to piss in their own pool. They want to do it in the Lincoln Memorial pool. It says it's a shame. He said it's a shame, and it's an embarrassment. It's just
disgusting. It's really, it is an embarrassment. Why?
It's an embarrassment.
Why would you want to do this? This is the city where dignitaries come, where families travel from across the nation, even the world. People want to come and see what Washington, D.C. looks like. Yeah. And this is what you want to offer them. He made it beautiful.
Beautiful. And did you see that it wasn't that long ago? I don't know, 2 days ago, 3 days ago or so, people were they made arrests in it, dumping algae into the pool.
Protesting algae. That's what I said.
But they were dumping algae into, this isn't Boston Harbor with tea. I don't know. It's
peak TDS. Because if it was anybody else, if it was anybody else that did this, it wouldn't be a problem. But because it's President Trump, it's an issue.
Well, Allie, and we were just talking before the show. We were sharing some things that have been happening on our social media, and I made a comment or a post as a school board candidate about my opponent, something with 8647, and people are in the comments actually saying, "Don't they know that all of those attempts on Trump's life were all staged?"
Prove it.
Are you kidding me? Like,
prove it. I'm so tired of people talking out the side of their ass. Like, prove it.
And how do you think that Trump's assassination attempts are staged, but you can't see what the Southern Poverty Law Center has been doing with all your funds? You've been funding the KKK, lefties. But now you're going to put your tinfoil hat on when it comes to assassination attempts?
And again, you are not privy to the information that is given to the Secret Service or to their higher ups, right? So you don't know what you're talking about.
Which would be nice if we had some leadership in the Democrat Party actually coming out and telling the people on your side of the aisle that, you know what, guys, let's cut out that rhetoric because it's dangerous. I mean, that would be actually...
The only person is John Fetterman, and at this point, he's a Republican.
When John Fetterman is making sense, you all just fell off the left cliff. There's
a Republican at this point.
You. What is in the coffee? I don't know. It's not the coffee.
Oh my gosh.
Here, Zach, we need a third microphone for Zach. In our ear, Zach just said,
the smartest Democrat has brain damage. Not my words. I'm just repeating them. Well, that's not the only threat out there, apparently. I don't know if you guys heard, we reported on it a couple days ago, but there was a huge, possibly a couple of huge terrorist plots during the UFC event, which I know we were both like, wow, that's like really out in the open, Trump. Like, there's not a big enough bulletproof shield to put around you. Him and his beautiful wife, Melania, sitting there ringside. So here's an update on the terror threat and who they found. Take a look.
DHS confirming the suspected ringleader accused in a plot to carry out a mass casualty attack at the UFC event at the White House on Sunday is an illegal immigrant.
Our colleagues over at Fox Digital report the alleged ringleader of this incident, Abraham Alvarez, was in the country illegally from Mexico, but also may have been granted DACA status, allowed to stay back into the Obama administration. He was arrested back in Omaha, Nebraska, and we expect to learn more about his background as the head of the UFC says security was certainly top of mind.
What do you call it when somebody from a foreign country comes into your country to try to kill Americans?
Terrorism.
An act of freaking war.
That part.
Okay.
But if you're going...
Now we can deport every person that's here illegally. Don't give me this criminal crap. You cross the border illegally, that is criminal. So in the vested interest of every American, red-blooded American walking the streets, and every dignitary everybody that's been elected to office in the spirit of you just acted in war, I think. Like, that's crazy.
Now, what do you call it when your government allows it to happen?
Treason.
Oh. What?
These are big words.
Crazy.
Lefties, you're gonna need.
Oh, but they're not gonna say he's Mexican. They're gonna say he's white adjacent. They're gonna call him a white man.
Did you see his big grin?
Mm-hmm.
He's happy. Yep. He's gonna get 3 square meals and a cot. So
I can't. I hate it. I can't do it. Can we, like, isn't that what is coming out? I think I saw something about oh gosh, there was a new
I'm sorry.
Legislation. What's in the legislation? Is it 702? They're trying to get rid of 702, spying on Americans, and there's something else in it.
They're changing FISA a little bit.
Yeah, I know. And then I think they were going to bring back like firing squads. That's like conversation.
But it's in Utah in the Charlie Kirk murder case. That trial that he's really trying to get, I'm not going to say his name. He's trying to get death penalty to be off the table because it's by firing squad. What better way to go meet your maker than the same way that you sent the person that you killed? I mean, listen,
eye for an eye.
Old school Bible. Sometimes there's some parts of it that I'm like, okay, I could do that. It's sad. It's sad. This is very sad that this is the depravity that we live in now in our country. I don't mean to doom and gloom here on your Friday, but y'all need to know this is taking place because I've sat in rooms, Allie sat in rooms very recently with people who do not think like you and I, and they don't see it. They don't see this reported. They don't hear this to think that it's something crazy. They think this is made up. They think that we are fabricating these stories. That's a different level of detachment and derangement. It's one thing for you just not to like some guy because you don't like his politics. Now you are actually living a version of the Truman Show. You actually want to believe in a whole different parallel reality. And where does that take us?
Part of the issue, again, I will state, is media. That is part of the issue. When media is allowed to lie to you and allowed to propagandize, you're not going to get the full story. So again, the Spin Act needs to be passed to return is literally called the Spin Act, you guys, because the
Remember
media
Bill O'Reilly?
spins the truth.
But Bill O'Reilly would do the thing with the what did he do with the thing with the pin before his days of Fox wrote and the spin stops here. I remember that.
Right. The spin. Okay. Well, that's the whole point, right?
Bill
Spin
O'Reilly.
Act.
The
No
no
spin
spin
zone.
zone.
I love
Thank
it.
you, Zach. He's like our third brain.
He is.
We
It's
needed
great.
that. Thank you.
So we need to make sure that we are advocating for truth to be told in journalism once again. And off of, the propaganda teat to keep America
Propaganda.
silent and ignorant. It's not doing us any good. When what is it, 10% of the United States don't believe that the president has been shot at legitimately or shot legitimately.
But you'll believe in the Matrix.
And
that you can change or
that J6
biology.
was not a setup.
Yeah.
Or like you said, that you can change your chromosomes.
I really, y'all, pray for this country and continue to pray for President Trump. Pray that those who have platforms to deliver truth and media to you, that they can be supported. People like myself, Allie, we've got a bunch of friends that do this. We aren't under some big 3-letter conglomerate for media organizations. So make sure you pray that those that continue to want to bring the truth can do it. And that those that can't see it, I don't know, get you some Jesus. Allie, this was speaking of Trump. So this is, he put this out. I don't know if does that look like is that Truth Social or is that X?
That's Truth Social.
Because he always goes to Truth first. Take a look at this post. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he said anybody that doesn't want to terminate the filibuster is a fool. Thune. A really stupid one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love this. This is middle school Trump. The Democrats will end it within minutes of taking office. They will. He's saying if they get the majority, they're not gonna waste time doing it. He goes on to say the Republican Party will never win another election if they don't do this and take on the Save America Act. Sadly, he'll be the last Republican president. Senate Majority Leader Thune and the Republican Senate must not let this carnage happen. Terminate the filibuster and immediately approve the Save America Act. God bless the United States. Well, how long have we been? We just get a billboard that says past. I mean,
how many days have we been talking about this?
Yes,
that part, because it's
changed names 3 times since we started talking about it.
That part.
It's been the Save Act. What was it before the Save Act?
They were trying to make it the Charlie Kirk Act.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
been a lot of different things.
Pass the damn bill. It's that simple. I don't understand why this is like this difficult.
And explain to me.
You're a national security threat at this point.
Explain to me. Somebody explain to me.
Lucy.
What the purpose of the filibuster. Because I have been trying to find, other than Nancy Pelosi, who always talks about it, I've not been able to find a real legitimate reason why you would want to filibuster something. And I might be missing something. So this is me being humble and saying, if you could drop in the comments, what the hell am I missing? I don't understand why, when your job is to legislate, I don't understand how you're able to pass that buck either through, holding the floor without why are you giving a legal right to not do your job?
Because they don't want to do their job.
Like, why are people reading poetry in a filibuster? Like, what? Do you know what I mean? Just to take the microphone and just to take the time?
Yeah.
Like that. That's like,
it needs to go away. It doesn't make any sense.
That's like in the 3rd inning, like clearing the scoreboard.
It's a nice,
game.
You know what a filibuster is? It's a nice way to say stalling.
Yes.
It is a legal way to say stalling. You're stalling with no purpose other than to waste time. Oh,
and Allie,
freaking court.
And it's okay. I'm telling you, we've had conversations with representatives in the House who've obviously passed this through like 3 different times now. They're calling for, you got Luna, Stubby, a whole bunch that are calling for nuke the filibuster. You've got the president now calling for it. I don't believe that the entire Freedom Caucus and others in the House and the president of the United States are all seeing something with nuking the filibuster that Thune cannot see.
It's not just Thune, it's 4 of them.
Oh, that's what he's saying here too, right?
It's 4 of them. It's Thune, McConnell, Collins, and Murkowski.
Oh, and so this is what I'm told from people on Capitol Hill about Collins and Murkowski. That's the type of Republican you're going. That's the only type of Republican you're ever going to get elected in their state.
Don't care.
But man,
It's
like
not-
they might as well
don't
be
care.
a Democrat.
That part, because it doesn't matter. Because what is your purpose as a congressperson, as a member
Yeah.
of Congress?
Right.
What is your purpose? What is your purpose as a member of Congress? Your purpose is to limit government
Yeah,
and make sure that the Constitution is protected.
that's your oath. Yeah.
That's it.
So here's what I would say in these areas with Collins and Murkowski.
And investigate.
That pendulum tends to swing in extremities on both sides. So I mean, if you challenge them with a America First Republican and that they don't get elected and a Democrat sits in office in those two locations, let them have their Democratic Party way and then see what happens. Like there are some places that I'm like, you know what? Sometimes people need to see what Democrat policies give you. I mean, we got, I don't believe we actually voted Joe Biden in for one, but in those 4 years, wow, did we see how screwed up things could get?
Mm-hmm.
And it scares people, you know, and that's, I think, why they come out in droves to fix the algorithm and actually outvote a Trump in. JD Vance, guys, he's usually a very mild-tempered person, especially when he was on The View, but he's come out and just said, you know, he's exposing John Thune. Take a listen.
Why don't we try? Why don't we try and at least force people to vote against it? One of the things that sometimes frustrates me about the legislative process is that people will go into it saying, this isn't possible, therefore we're not even going to try. Well, let's actually see. Let's try it. And if it's not possible, then let the people put their name on it. This is also good for the American people. How many American senators know that the American people love the Save America Act because they believe in voter ID? But how many of those?
And it's a nonpartisan issue. A bipartisan
83% of Americans, it's probably higher now, 83% of Americans want the Save America Act passed. 83%. So you're telling me that because you don't have the votes, regardless of the fact that 83% of Americans want this passed, you're just not going to even attempt it?
Show the American people who will not get on board with the Save America Act. Do it. I want C-SPAN. I want full coverage. I want popcorn. I want like main event. I want like clear your schedules. I want all the major networks to cover it.
But you know what? It's going to happen. It's going to come down to the same four people. They're going to put a vote to nuke the filibuster, and the same four people are going to say no.
And then what?
Right. We're back to square one, because then what?
So you're seeing the stall that's happening in the Senate. And I wonder if
most frustrating,
because Trump did sign an executive order, which is going to hopefully, I mean, I think it's going to be challenged. So hopefully it'll be upheld, but that's going to help with some of these states that have mail-in voting season, like where they can't obviously count, in my district, in my county, you have to have your ballot, even if it's mailed in, you have to have it to the supervisor of election office by 7 on election night. Otherwise, it's
not counted.
Persona non grata.
Right.
It's not going to happen. So that's what Trump's trying to do nationally with this executive order. But if it gets challenged and we don't have it in time for the 2026 election, maybe it'll piss off parents, them too. Maybe it'll piss off voters enough to give us a bigger lead, a bigger stretch in the Senate, because we have to make Murkowski and Collins just non-starters. Say it.
I'm wondering where the uprising is in the districts of these four senators.
Right.
I wonder if they've done a poll, right? Because politicians love polls.
Yeah.
They waste all kinds of money doing polls to figure out what the temperature
I never get called.
is.
I never get asked.
Right. Well, I've been asked a few times. I think Buchanan, congressional, not state, because I'm not in state's district, but congressional I was. Now I'm in Kathy Kessler, which that would have been fun to take her out politically. Y'all, don't play with me. Not in the mood.
She's not. I'm sitting next to her. She's not.
I wonder what the polling looks like for the Save America Act in these senators' districts, because if they are even going against their own constituents, they're going against America in general with 83, upwards of 83% of Americans that want this passed. But even if they're going, how do we not? And I guess it's because it's the leader, right, of the Senate. He would be the one to bring it to, some kind of reprimand of senators that are derelict of duty. Who is over the Senate?
And this is exactly what we saw with the boys and girls sports and with the gender mutilation surgeries for minors. Even people in the trans community and the LGBTQ community have long said, when many of them have said that they just don't leave the kids out of it. I mean, we worked on legislation at the state level and worked hand in hand with Gays Against Grooming. There are things that we can see eye to eye on, and I don't understand. This is one of those issues where everybody's like, duh, like,
right.
You're hitting the nail on the head there, Allie. I don't know. What is the repercussions of somebody that can't get on the right side of a vote that 83% of us want? It ideally would be the people voting them out, but you look at their districts, and from what everybody's saying is that, well, that's the kind of Republican you're going to get from those districts. So I don't know. I don't accept defeat well. And I think then that means these other states that we've redrawn district lines because of the census now not counting illegals. I think this is maybe we just make up the difference in other states, try to get, try to increase our lead that way, because you've got to make Collins and Murkowski completely like lame duck seats, because they're never, they or pray for another Fetterman.
This is just crazy. It's beyond me how we can't get past this hurdle. And it's been talked about for the last 2 years.
Yeah, I like how what JD Vance here said. He says, why don't we try and force people to vote? We're just going to keep talking about this. We're not going silent on this. Scott Pressler's not going silent on this. Now you're seeing finally some people like Fox News are picking it up. I mean, they're not really. I would love it if our media, if everybody would act like you and I act with making phone calls and call to actions. Can you imagine if Fox News with their reach would be like, hey, here's Senate Thune's number.
Right, call him and tell him. Like, that would be amazing. That would truly be amazing. Nobody does that.
You can steal it. You can do it. Like, we'll just go ahead. We don't own it. Just do it.
Just do it. It's called civic engagement.
Yeah.
And those that are commenting online, where's your civic engagement aside from Facebook and Instagram?
Oh, they're too busy sitting on their
posts.
Best intentions. Well, guys, you're going to need to get your Liberty cigar, not only to support your out-of-pocket ladies, but also to support a great American-made company, and to be able to celebrate America 250. It might still be in time. We're going to get a quick word from Liberty Cigars. We'll be right back with more Out of Pocket after this.
From the heart of Marietta, Georgia, comes a tribute to the spirit of liberty. Liberty Cigars, where history meets craftsmanship. Each cigar tells a story. The Founders Collection honors the visionaries who shaped a nation. The President's House Collection celebrates the leaders who steered it. And the Naval Series salutes the heroes who defended it. Handcrafted with precision, each blend mirrors the essence of its namesake. From the boldness of George Washington to the elegance of Thomas Jefferson. Indulge in a moment of reflection. Light a Liberty cigar and savor the legacy. Discover your story at libertycigars.com, because every great nation deserves a great cigar. Liberty Cigars, smoke the history. And don't forget to use promo code OpenMic for 10% off your order.
We don't shut up even during the commercial break. We're like,
definitely not.
See this? Well, welcome back to Out of Pocket Live with Allie and Michelle, formerly Open Mic Ladies. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow, and tell your friends about this, guys. We're here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, all through the week. And you're going to want to make sure you follow us on social media at Real Allie Leger, at Michelle Posey. So that way you can keep up to date on anything that breaks during the weekend. And special thanks to Talk Red, our family that provides us this platform. We're so grateful. So Allie, one of our favorites, which you want to talk about, like we talked about Fetterman in the last segment, but you think about the amount of Democrats that are now in the Trump administration because the Democrat Party left them abandoned, like literally yanked the wheel to the left and drove off the cliff. Tulsi Gabbard, former DNI director, obviously taking a step back to help be with her husband, who's battling health issues. On her last day, a total mic drop. Allie, I was asking you during the commercial break. I know this is a long video, and we probably won't play all of it, but I do want to play quite a bit of it.
Okay.
She's got some fire. Let's take a listen.
Before the COVID pandemic, Dr. Fauci, as head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, provided millions in U.S. taxpayer dollars to fund dangerous gain-of-function research on bat coronaviruses at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, work which is now widely viewed as the source of the unintentional lab leak that sparked the pandemic. Now, in support of President Trump's maximum transparency mandate, today, on my final day as Director of National Intelligence, I'm releasing never-before-seen communications and documents that expose exactly how Fauci worked with politicized career leadership in the intelligence community to suppress the truth about his actions, the virus's lab leak origins, and his role in directing U.S. funding for this dangerous research that caused immeasurable harm and countless lost lives. Now, these documents expose Fauci's direct role in influencing and manipulating IC assessments on COVID-19 and how Fauci lied to Congress in 2024 when under oath, he denied knowledge of or participation in discussions with intelligence officials about viral research. We also received testimony from multiple intelligence community whistleblowers who reported retaliation for challenging the intelligence community's manipulation of intelligence on the virus's origins, once again revealing a clear pattern of suppressing dissent, silencing critics, and burying the truth. Dr. Fauci's close relationships with the intelligence community enabled him to assume three key roles that shield him from scrutiny. First, Dr. Fauci funded dangerous gain-of-function coronavirus research linked to Big Pharma and their pursuit of universal vaccines worth trillions of dollars. Second, Dr. Fauci was the behind-the-scenes advisor who, alongside his hand-picked so-called experts, pushed the intelligence community to endorse a natural animal origin to hide his dangerous gain-of-function research that he funded using taxpayer dollars, all of this in a deliberate attempt to cover up the truth and shift the blame and attention away from Fauci's own actions. Third, Dr. Fauci became the nation's pandemic pundit, and he publicly pushed lies, disinformation, and censorship using every platform available. Now, according to hundreds of reviewed emails, which are included in this release, the intelligence community almost always incorporated Fauci's recommendations. He promoted a fraudulent paper whose publication he helped prompt as legitimate information for intelligence community consideration. Senior analysts praised Dr. Fauci not as a policymaker, but as what they called an unbiased guide to the real coronavirus experts, while deliberately ignoring experts who might dissent from Fauci's narratives. Now, Fauci didn't stop there. He blatantly lied to Congress under oath during his 2024 testimony to the House Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic, denying that he ever spoke to any intelligence agency about COVID. Now, the correspondence I'm releasing today directly contradicts his sworn testimony. Now, we received statements from multiple whistleblowers revealing that the intelligence analysts who dared to challenge Dr. Fauci's COVID origin conclusions faced threats of retaliation, marginalization, and many suffered career setbacks. For example, a contractor was terminated just days after coming forward to ODNI as a whistleblower. Another example, those who advocated for the lab leak hypothesis or expressed dissenting views were reminded by their managers that leadership would determine which analysts would be promoted and which would not. The message was clear: go along or be punished. Now, senior leaders also sought to
That
just popped into my head. The way she just described that, being told that senior analyst will be discussing who and determine who gets promoted and who doesn't. Do you remember when they tried to frame Trump's really perfect phone call with Ukraine as a quid pro quo?
That's exactly
that's on our soil, y'all. Like
Wow.
that is how is.
So what you mean to tell me is that during the Biden administration, we had the most corruption America has ever seen in the highest levels of agencies.
Yep. And I believe actually so this is what I believe, Allie. I believe they were allowed to exist under Bush, under Clinton, Bush, and Obama. Then Trump comes in, they're like, crap, we didn't think he was going to actually get in. And then they were like, stall. Let's crossfire hurricane. Let's try to get, find all these other off ramps
to get him out. There was some sort of plan.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So guys, I saw this morning. Senator Rand Paul, you heard there how Tulsi Gabbard saying that while all these documents are great, Fauci has been questioned under oath,
right?
Sworn testimony in Congress and he's sworn the opposite of what not only these whistleblower accounts prove, but these documents prove, which we call receipts on the show. So Senator Rand Paul was one of the ones who actually was in charge of questioning Fauci. He posted, Rand Paul said on her last day, Tulsi Gabbard drops a bombshell. This release includes additional documents revealing the truth about the lab leak origin. He says, this is Senator Rand Paul, I've referred Fauci to the DOJ multiple times for criminal prosecution over this web of lies. Thank you, Director Gabbard. More to come. Because I think what's happening here, guys, is this is so unprecedented. I think about the Nuremberg trials. I think about things that have happened in the course of human history where you're like, this is so deep that I not only have to put my feet up, but I don't know what to do. Like, what do we do with a blanket pardon? Like, how do you challenge that?
I think you challenge it.
How do you challenge a pardon that was signed by an auto pen?
With no start date, no end date, there's a start date, but there's no end date and there's nothing specific.
And the first one I would start with, the easy one, the lowest hanging fruit, is lying under sworn oath.
That part.
Like, Bill Clinton much?
Why are we not going after that? Apparently you're allowed to miss your
this part.
What is it? You're being called to Congress to testify. You're allowed to miss that.
Or you can ask them, well, can you come to my house instead?
Right.
Remember that from the Clintons?
So you're allowed to do that, but you're allowed to lie under oath without repercussion.
Yeah.
But the average American can't do that under oath at all, period.
The average American can't go to the steps of the Capitol and wave a flag or a sign without being lumped into a basket of a whole bunch of other stuff
or can't, speak at a school board meeting without being called a domestic terrorist and have
extremist.
The DOJ,
literally,
and tap your phone.
Listen, my FBI guy likes me now. I think he's like, she crazy. Let's just leave her alone. But this is the reason why we bring this to you, and the reason why we talk about it a lot in circles that we're in, is because most people aren't hearing this information. Again, we got this straight from the DNI, from Tulsi Gabbard's X account.
Why is this not front page news?
Yes.
Why is this not on the front page of the New York Times? Why is this not being discussed on CNN? We don't know why.
All you have to do, though, Allie, is ask the question. You don't even have to go on these networks, and you don't have to have a majority of these left-leaning networks agree with it. Ask the question and have the debate, but they don't want to have the debate because that actually exposes the truth. And I really,
pokes holes.
It does.
That's the whole point. It pokes holes.
Flood their liberal boat. And so this is the reason why this is so outrageous. And I don't need to tell you guys this. We all know COVID touched every one of our doorsteps, but I can speak personally for me. My baby boomer generation father was murdered by this man, Fauci, trying to play God in a lab, messing around with a virus that he had no business. It's Franken-Fauci. That's exactly what it is. You cook it up, then it leaks. We knew. Listen, do you remember Trump calling it the China virus?
Yep.
And then being like, you're so racist. That's what you call it. That's what, anytime there's been a major outbreak somewhere, you call it
The Spanish flu?
like, I'm not offended. Are you?
No.
Mira. not offended.
Protests.
And he closed the borders. Not the borders. He closed, stopped flights coming in from certain parts
Yes, he closed the border.
certain parts of the country. Yet, like, maybe if something's coming from Wuhan, China, we don't allow flights in from Wuhan, China. Like, you
Right.
gotta, that's America first at its core. But beyond that, he caused this and then he hid it. There is no reason for the head of your medical fields, and I love how they talk about the head of allergy, like he's not. This is not
Infectious
allergies.
disease.
This is infectious disease.
Yeah.
He should not be collaborating with the intelligence community at all.
No.
They're supposed to cross-check each other. If you don't have an independent medical community doing their thing and an independent intelligence community keeping them honest, that is a coup.
That part.
We don't need a Ukraine phone call like from Trump to have a quid pro quo. It's happening right here. It just happened. Like, you just lived it.
And I doubt this is the first time.
It absolutely isn't. Absolutely. I think back to HIV.
Yep.
I think back
he was largely a part of.
and people listen,
Forget about it.
some of you out there are so freaking smart and historical with your knowledge, because I can remember people sending me messages and going, oh, I don't like this guy. And I'm like, but it's Trump. He would know, right? He's going to put the right people. Well, he's only doing what his advisors that surround him tell him. And they were like, nope, this guy's got HIV, like tainted hands. He did not try to find a cure for HIV. And if you Google the documentary of what he did with kids, he being Fauci, kids in the foster care system, injecting them with a
That's
virus.
Not a good man.
It is a human. He's already been doing human experiments.
Yep.
You
Yep.
are the experiment.
Why is he not in handcuffs, like in jail right now? And then it's interesting because how do you say that nobody knew? And then recently Pfizer just came out with all of their side effects. The list is like 200 long.
Everything that we said was being caused.
Yep.
Do you know now in the state of Florida, and I don't know, you can check your state, in order to play sports, I'm talking for our young athletes in high school,
You have to
have an EKG. Is it an EKG?
EKG.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that's not good protocol, but what could possibly be contributing to enormous amounts of heart troubles and heart complications
In
with our
teens.
young people?
Mm.
What's
jab.
myocarditis? Isn't that one of the
Yep.
top things that these jabs
Yep.
cause in young people, and especially young men? I wonder who it would serve for us to debilitate young fighting age males in this country. That's what I'm saying. It's like this has been active war. Oh, times
With an
active
open
war, times
border.
active war.
Yep. With an open border.
And you want to bitch about Iran?
Oh my God.
Like, seriously? You've been at war with your own people in this country who just want power and greed and all things tied to Trump to fail. Even a frickin' fountain in front of the Lincoln Memorial.
They don't want just all things Trump to fail. They want all things American sovereignty to fail. They want individual sovereignty to fail. They want you and I, the average American, to fail. They don't want us to advance the American dream, this idea that we are free and sovereign under
That
God-given,
part, yes.
constitutionally protected rights with actual democratic republic representatives of the
Yes.
people who protect our constitutionally protected rights,
Yep.
right? Like, they don't want that. And if you don't want that and you want to be an open border society with Marxist ideology,
Go to Europe.
go develop your own island somewhere. Go somewhere else. You have a right to believe that. You have a right to think that that works, but not on American soil. I'm sorry. Go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else. Rosie O'Donnell. So we
Don't come back.
Rosie
We're not
O'Donnell.
letting you back in.
There goes half of Hollywood. I can see them buying my
Deuces.
tickets. That's okay. Allie, once upon a time, Trump had said that, if we just get to the bottom of all this fraud, and I'm talking about not just fraud, obviously, with what we've seen Fauci do, but with
It's a dang budget.
we will. We'll balance the budget. Take a look at this story about food stamps and the fraud ring going around that.
my.
Take a look.
Alarmingly, 11 of the 15 charged defendants are suspected illegal aliens, some of whom assumed stolen identities to steal these taxpayer-funded benefits and avoid detection. American citizens were boxed out of these programs because illegal aliens took their names to then take their money.
That was the Justice Department just moments ago announcing 15 people are being charged with.
Just repeat the same thing.
So 15 people charged in the $1.4 million food stamp fraud ring. This is, thank you DOJ for taking this up.
Thank you. This is egregious.
You're the taxpayer. You've paid into these programs. Maybe your children or your grandchildren or your nieces and nephews, or even you might have had to use these systems once upon a time. And maybe there wasn't any, just like with FEMA, they used it all for the illegals. And then when Western North Carolina needed it, we were told they didn't have the funds anymore.
We had congressmen giving up their paycheck to do that.
That part.
And nonprofits. Oh no, I'm not going. He decided to do it back.
So the DOJ is charging 15 individuals. But again, this is just the tip of the iceberg. You can't tell me that this isn't some, and this is, and here's the thing. How does this not equate to I, Democrat, open said border, you come across, I give you a bunch of taxpayer funded program. How did I not just buy your vote?
100%.
Because in California, they're voting in other areas of the country.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
and
quid pro quo.
We as Americans are now fraud victims. We are fraud victims, and people need to go to jail, and we need return of our money, which is why we need to cut the waste, right? Like we have CFO Blazing Goglia here in Florida, who is doing his financial audits of local communities, local counties, municipalities, and he is finding egregious amounts, like over billions of dollars of waste of our tax dollars. And then you have the left or the municipality itself creating some kind of, well, this isn't really what it is. And he's like, I'm giving you receipts. What do you mean? Like, we literally just did this, and this is what we factored in. So what you're saying is a lie, and it is a litmus test.
It is a litmus test.
If your municipality is not thinking of ways or looking at ways to honestly cut your taxes and reduce spending, but then making excuses on why they constantly need you to be an open bank.
Right.
That is a litmus test of who you need to fire.
100%. And this goes into, even like, we're going to get into education here in a little bit too, because Allie and I want to both, like, together cooperatively want to make sure you understand that there is a message now coming out of the DOJ, and Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon is leading the way in this. The message is, Allie, you need to fight back. And I'm not talking about with weapons. I'm not talking about with your fists. I'm talking about maybe a little bit with your voice, but also when you're wronged, we now have a DOJ that wants to hear about it. Listen to her interview with the short clip with Glenn Beck, as she's talking about parents and how the DOJ is ready to be there to assist you. Take a listen.
So what do parents need to do?
Well, parents need to be very hands-on as to what their children are being taught at school. They need to review the curriculum. They need to show up at Parent-Teacher Association meetings. They need to be very active about it. And they need to watch for any signs that their children are acting weird or hiding things from them. And they need to, go to these schools and insist on knowing what is being taught and frankly, being willing to make some noise. Now, the good news is, since I've been in the field, there are a lot more conservative lawyers out there who are willing to stand up for parents and parental rights. And so there are resources out there. They have to be prepared to make noise and file lawsuits if necessary. And this is what is making change in this country. That's how those lawsuits came about. Occasionally, teachers will stand up and say, I refuse to hide things from parents. And the Supreme Court has said very clearly, it's illegal for schools to hide from parents what's going on with respect to any of these sexual type issues, or frankly, any issue. Parents are the ultimate authority of what their children are taught in the schools.
I love this, Allie.
100%.
This hits home. So, and what I love about this is that one of the things that we're noticing that really causes the culture within a school district to shift is when something hits the wallet.
Yeah.
So when you see people pulling their kids out of, let's say, like a public school system and maybe choosing school choice, now the district has to stand up and take notice. Shoot, what should we have done differently? What can we do differently? Maybe we should have been a little more proactive in this. But when you see, not that we want to sue school districts, I'm not advocating for that, but when you're wronged and you're harmed, and then you try to go in and be litigious with your story, it does make people take notice.
It does.
And sometimes that's the only way that you can push for change, is to speak up and push back. I love that she's.
I mean, for the fact that I wish she was in office like earlier, because we've literally here in Hillsborough County, I know we've been talking, I think about for 4 years now, about the sex curriculum in our schools, and the pornographic reading materials that are available in our libraries and in our school libraries. Like this is not something that should be available to children.
Right.
It's pornography. It's book talk for kids. Listen,
I love that.
Dark romance. Like, why are we doing this? Incestuous rape, like that. We don't need to be teaching that to third graders. Like, why are we doing that?
No.
That should not be. And then people are mad when you hear gubernatorial candidates talk about wanting to continue Doge and FAFO, right?
Yeah.
Continue it like permanently, because we need to make sure that there are actual checks and balances. Like, are you wasting our tax dollars? Because we are not an open bank for you.
Right.
I agree with that. It's the same thing with education. When you're mad because they want, individual education plans for all students, not just special needs students.
Yes.
Like, how are you mad at that?
How are you mad?
want to bring back classical education, classical literacy.
Right.
Why are you mad at that?
I had one
Our
person-
kids can't even freaking comprehend. They're reading.
I know. That's absolutely.
I mean, it's a book, don't get me wrong, but it's more for like leisure than it is anything that is mind educational for the mind stimulating.
Right. Absolutely. And Allie, I've actually had people recently, even just the other day at a debate, that have pushed back and said they think that here in Florida we're dumbing down the curriculum because we won't allow some of the LGBTQ information out there. Listen, I'm just going to say it, if you have a family that you feel is not widely represented in literature, have you heard of Amazon? You can order any book and have it delivered to your doorstep. If you want to get that smut that they've taken out of schools, some of that are depicting rape and incest, if you feel like that's your Saturday evening reading with your 9-year-old, knock yourself out. Don't expect the taxpayers to pay for it and put it in a public school district setting. This is why we in Florida went through and said, you know what, these little classroom libraries, out unless they meet the protocol of what our standards are here in the state of Florida.
Twins for everyone.
If that bugs you, and that makes us an extremist for saying that, I'll wear that boot all day long.
Yep, so be it. It is about who you choose to have sex with, and why are we talking to children about
children? Like, that's not your identity. That's not your identity. If we stop that conversation, you might have to figure out where your true identity comes from. And that's a whole different question. But again, not the place for a school district that's failing people in reading. Let's not pick up identity, because we don't want to fail in that. The Department of War, Pete Hegseth.
Love it.
Had a lot to say. Look.
The United States has defended Europe for generations. And for too long, NATO has been a paper tiger and a one-way street. It's not going to cut it anymore. And so we're doubling down on our effort to make NATO what it always was supposed to be, a balanced alliance with Europe in the lead for its own defense, NATO 3.0. I'm announcing today a 6-month Department of War review that will examine America's force posture and basing in Europe. It will be designed to ensure that NATO is moving fast and irreversibly toward Europe leading. Going forward, our annual NATO dues will be contingent on other countries meeting their defense spending targets. Where other allies do not spend with urgency, our dues contributions will go down. This is the right thing to do by the American people, and it's time.
It's time. Sorry. I can't. This is amazing. Listen. President Trump and his administration have now set America up as the global world power, the global power.
Did you see him walk in? I'm the boss here.
It is just.
I was like, Trump, I love it. I'm going to do that. Well, so the NATO, obviously 32 countries that independent members of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. But here's the thing. It's North America is, so the two that it's like North America and then it's Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're only 50% of that equation, but you're carrying 100% of the responsibility, like
That's a
like those are
situationship.
it. Oh my God, say it again.
That's a situationship. We're not doing this. I don't know who you are and what you think you're doing, but we value ourselves as Americans. We know our value,
We're not
okay?
doing that
And we're not doing this.
We're not doing this anymore.
We're not doing this. We're putting our foot down and we're putting boundaries in place. And if you are not, if you can't plan a date,
Can't plan a date. If you're not sure how you feel,
I'm done. We're not doing this.
but yes, then you're Europe. So I love he's saying, and he's almost putting them kind of like FAFO, right? Like he's putting them on notice, like you're gonna have to start carrying your own weight. You know what happens when people start having to carry their own weight, or especially financially, or have to put sweat equity into something? You all of a sudden care about the outcome. Europe won't be having their borderless societies over there if they really have to come to their own defense and carry their weight.
Girl, do you remember when we were told that? We like laughed because we're like, what the hell are you talking about? We grew this like situation like 100-fold. What do you mean? And now we're not there, and it's like bing. And there's only one person that's actually really making it like worthwhile, and he's about to sit in elected office. Like I don't understand. Anyway, this is just crazy to me. But yes, that is accurate. That is accurate though. But when you actually are investing, right, and you're putting your money where your mouth is, you are going to care about what the outcome looks like.
Yeah.
And if we're putting in 100%, it's going to go the way we want it to go. We're no longer just going to be like,
Are we still talking about dating?
all of it. It all makes sense. Okay. If I'm putting 100% of my equity into something, I'm going to determine how the outcome comes, what the outcome looks like.
Yeah.
If you are not going to participate equally, then you can go have a seat and I'll control, right? But if you want to actually participate and make this reciprocal,
And it's better when you
then-
participate, FYI.
like we can work this out. Okay.
Go up.
But until then, it's my way or the highway, sir or ma'am.
Well, in our case, sir.
Okay.
I'm glad this is a great segue because we don't normally talk about like salacious stuff. We actually don't talk about it at all. But this is actually taking away from what some people say is salacious. I like when somebody, when they come out and attack a celebrity or somebody or elected representative for something that's going on in their personal life, and then they take a solid stand to say, no, that's not factual. The internet's not getting this right. Let me set the record straight. I kind of want to let them be able to do that. I'm talking, of course, about Jelly Roll, who has been a wonderful musician, artist, has shared very publicly his faith journey, his struggle with addiction, and him and Bunny, I don't know if that's not a real name, obviously, but they've been married for a while. And then there's this announcement of a divorce, and people are throwing her under the bus and him under the bus. And he just came out and had this to say. Let's take a listen.
I wasn't going to talk about this tonight, but while we're talking about liars, the internet is a liar too. It's the only time and the only city I'm going to speak about this, so break your camera phones out now. Me and my wife are best friends. We will always be best friends. We just got off the phone earlier today. Nobody cheated on nobody. She just did a whole podcast about it. You can go watch it. Every word of it is the truth. That will be my best friend forever. This is the only time I will ever speak about it. Bunny, I love you, baby. Thank you for those 10 years. They were incredible. Thank you for the next 10 years of friendship and 20 beyond that. With that being said, cheers, everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight.
I want to say, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
Because you're not in the relationship. You're not in the room when the conversations are having, when they're being had.
Yeah.
You're not in the situation. It is not a boardroom meeting. It is a private meeting between two people.
Yeah.
Or two people and two lawyers.
Yeah.
Or two people, two lawyers and a mediator.
Yeah.
Or two people, two lawyers, a mediator, and their pastor. You're not invited.
Right.
So your opinion doesn't matter. I don't care where you're getting your information from. It's not yours to have.
Yeah.
You just because you are a public figure does
Preach.
not mean that you have a window seat to my bedroom. I'm serious.
I almost said something. This is the one time I'm censoring. The one time.
You can tell me when we get off the track. But I'm just saying, I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care if you're the mother-in-law. I don't care if you're the brother. I don't care if you're the best friend. It's none of your freaking business what is going on between two consensual adults and what is going on in their house.
Yes, absolutely.
If you're not the 3 F's, 2 F's and a P.
Oh.
Paying their bills. Finances. So 3 F's. If you're not this, or finances, mind your business. Like, what are we doing?
Well, and some people will say, well, he's in the public eye, so you should. No. Nope. Not even a little bit.
I don't even care if they're elected or not.
No.
I don't care. Do you vote right? Do you vote to protect my constitutional rights?
Right.
Do you vote to make sure that we're getting the Save America Act passed? Are you that's what I care about.
Yeah.
Are you trying to codify the 200 executive orders that still haven't been codified into law? That's what I care about. Are you trying to advance the America First agenda? That's what I care about.
Yes.
What you're doing behind closed doors, I could really not care about because it doesn't affect me.
Yep. Get your own closed doors. Then you won't be worried about others.
Right. Maybe if you were happy in your own life, this wouldn't be a problem.
Of course, not you, but
No, you.
Because I think we get because
because we got trolls that watch the show too, just to figure out what we're talking about. So yes, you.
You're welcome.
And I'm done.
Session. Ding ding. Well, guys, that's it for Out of Pocket Live. We're grateful that you joined us. Thank you, Zach, and
Wishing
the family
Kelly Rowland and his ex-wife the best. That's all.
Yes, and I hear because I think they're still having a baby.
I don't know.
I think I saw that. Don't quote me, but so
the rumor mill.
Wish them the best, guys. That's it for us today.
Text messages.
Hey, what did you mean by that? Mind your biz. So, guys, that's it for us today. We will be back Monday morning, 10 a.m. Right here. Guys, make sure you follow at Real Ally Lachey, at Michelle Posey. That way you can keep in touch with us throughout the weekend. Stay family focused, patriotic, and obviously largely unfiltered.
And out of pocket.
Do it. Do it.
Love you guys.
We love you. We'll see you next time.
2 queens, no filter. Say what they feel. Allie and Michelle keep it way too real.